Hi everyone, in this lesson we're going to look at using a calculator with negative numbers. Our first example says calculate -2/3 squared multiplied by -100. And just what I want to draw your attention to is that when we have a negative number, we want to place it inside brackets like this when we're squaring it. So for example, if I was doing -2 squared, I place the entire negative number inside brackets and then I place the 2 on the outside. I don't do this. That doesn't do -2 squared. And I also don't do this because that doesn't do -2 squared either. Your calculator will get both of these wrong. So simple rule, put the negative inside the bracket like this. Let's go ahead and use our calculator. So the first thing I'm going to do is put down my bracket, then I'll put down my fraction bar, and then I'll put in my negative, and then I'll do 2/3 as my fraction, close my bracket. Then I go over here and I type in the squared symbol like this. And then I'm going to multiply it by -900. Now, strictly speaking here, the brackets are not necessary. If you do this without the brackets, your calculator will get it right. But as a good rule of thumb, put your negative inside the bracket like this. From a notation point of view, when we've got two symbols beside each other, we then put the negative in a bracket. So for example, if I was adding -4, I put that negative in a bracket because I've got these two symbols beside each other. Okay, I'll go ahead and hit execute and it does it for me. It gives me that answer of -400. Give this one a go and then I'll pop your answer up on screen in a second. Okay, so let's go ahead and type this into my calculator. A quick trick for doing this, by the way, because the -2/5 is repeated, is I can store it as my answer. So I'll type in negative and then I'll put down 2/5 like this. And then it comes up here, and all I have to do to store it as my answer is hit the answer button here. It's now stored it. And this is helpful when we have a repeated number like this. I need to do my answer squared, so I'll hit the square button, and then I want to add on my answer cubed. So I'll type in answer again, and then to get the cube button, I'm going to hit this little one here, and it gives me this blank box where I can type in the 3. Then I'll hit my execute, gives me this answer of 12/125, and that's my answer. Okay, let's look at our next example. Calculate -14, subtract -5. So see, when we've got these two symbols beside each other, we put the negative inside a bracket, multiplied by 10, divided by -2, add 4. It's worth us knowing that actually here, the bracket isn't strictly necessary. My calculator would understand -14 subtract -5 in the same way, whether I had the bracket or I didn't. In that case, it isn't strictly essential. However, here, the bracket is absolutely essential. And the reason for that is here the bracket changes the order of operations. Without the bracket, if I had 10 divided by -2 add 4, my calculator and we should do the division first because division comes before addition. It would do 10 divided by -2 and then add on 4. We don't want it to do that, so this is why the brackets change that order of operation. And in this case, they're absolutely essential. As a good rule of thumb, put them in wherever we see them. So -14, subtract -5, multiplied by 10, divided by, and here's where the brackets are absolutely essential, -2, add 4, close bracket. Hit the execute button and it comes out as an answer of 11. Pause the video, give this one a go, and your answer will pop up on screen in a second. So you should have got an answer of -17 for that one. In our next example, we've got some mixed numbers. So -2 1/3 multiplied by -1 2/3. So most calculators have a button that allows us to type in mixed numbers. So if you notice above my fraction button, there's a small mixed number button. And in order to get that, I need to hit Shift and then hit my fraction button. Okay. Then I can type in -2 1/3. And then I need to multiply that by -1 2/3. So again, I'll hit Shift to my fraction button, and this time I'll type in -1 2/3. And that gives me this answer of 35/9. Pause the video and give this question a go, and then we'll look through the solution in a second. So calculate -5 1/2 divided by 1/4. So we'll come over to our calculator, we will hit Shift and then our fraction button to get our mixed number, and then type in -5 1/2. And then we'll divide that by 1/4. The brackets are not strictly necessary in this case. And if we type that in, it gives us an answer of negative 22. So that's what you should have got. So our next example says, if x is equal to negative 3, evaluate 2x squared, subtract 4x, add 9. So this is what we call an expression in algebra. And it's given us the value of x, and we can do what's called substitution. In other words, we can replace x with the value negative 3. So what we can say is that this is equal to 2 lots of x squared. Well, x is negative 3, so I need to do 2 lots of negative 3 squared. Remember to place the negative number inside the bracket. Then I'm subtracting 4 lots of negative 3. If we weren't using our calculator, we'd have to be very careful here because obviously we're doing a negative multiplied by a negative. So that's my subtract 4x term, and then I need to add 9. Now we're going to use our calculator to do this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to store negative 3 as my answer just to make things a little easier. It makes sense to do this when we're substituting the same number in different places. What I'll do is I'll type in negative 3 like this, then I'll hit execute, and that stores it as my answer. So now when I go ahead and do 2 answer squared, my answer has been stored as negative 3. Then I'm going to subtract 4 lots of my answer, add 9. It just makes things a little easier. I don't have to type in the brackets in the same way, but it will get the answer right. So I go ahead and hit execute, and it gives me this answer of 39. If you didn't have the answer button, you could type it in like this. Just a quick note on why it's important we put our negative in brackets. If I go ahead and type this into my calculator, so I put my brackets down, type in negative 3, and then square it, you see I get this answer of 9. And we know that's the right answer because negative 3 multiplied by negative 3 is 9. Let's say I drop the brackets and type this in instead. I get this answer of negative 9. Now my calculator hasn't made a mistake. It's actually done what we've asked it to do. Your calculator treats this as negative 1 multiplied by 3 squared. It does the 3 squared first to give you 9, and then it does negative 1 times 9 to give us negative 9. When we're dealing with negative numbers, that's not what we want our calculator to do. We want our calculator to do negative 3 multiplied by negative 3, which is why we need to put the brackets around the negative 3. Pause the video, use your answer button on your calculator to do this, and give it a go. Okay, if y is equal to negative 0.5, evaluate negative 10y cubed, add 2y squared, subtract 4y, subtract 1. What I'm going to do, I'm going to set negative 0.5 as my answer. So just type that in, hit the execute button, and now it will be stored as my answer. Then I go and type everything I see on the screen. So I'm going to type in negative 10, answer cubed. So I have to hit this button to get my box to then put in the 3. Add 2 lots of my answer squared, take away 4 lots of my answer, and then take away 1. And that gives me this answer, which is 11 over 4. That's what you should have had. If you didn't want to use your answer button, you could do this. So negative 10, and then in brackets, we'd need to put our negative 0.5 cubed, and then add on 2 lots of y squared, which is the negative 0.5 squared. Take away 4 lots of negative 0.5, take away 1. And this line here is what I put in my calculator. So let's see if we do that, what we get. So negative 10, negative 0.5 cubed. And then add on 2 lots of negative 0.5 squared. Take away 4 lots of negative 0.5. And then take away 1. And as you can see, that actually does give us the same answer. So we know we've done it right. If you're using our lesson booklets, you can now complete exercises 1 to 4.